In this video, I'm going to review my trade right in front of you and give you some tips in terms of trading psychology and actually some tips on where to exit some trades. We all know that when you are actually trading, there is a lot that will be going on inside you in terms of greed as well as fear. But this video is definitely going to help you if you are actually suffering from that. So this trading business is something that is very difficult, if I can say, because we are fighting our inner selves. And I'm sure a lot of people who are actually watching this video, you haven't withdrawn any profit out of this business. I've been there, and if you haven't watched my previous video, you can actually check it in our channel library. I actually tell you how I failed and how I kept on fighting till today. And up until today, I am still fighting. But right now, it's much easier because I now have more techniques to fight those demons. Alright, so basically when we trade, the next thing is we want to review our trades. I always say I have three powerful trading strategies, which are: one, it's actually a manual analysis. The second one is basically an algorithmic trading, whereby I actually put my funds in a robot. It actually trades for me. And the third one is actually semi-automated trading, whereby I use an indicator. So last week I actually utilized two, which was manual as well as algorithmic. All right, so in this particular case, on my chart, I have GBP/JPY. That was the first entry that I actually took last week. And this entry was basically from manual analysis. From the H4 time frame, we can see that it was actually now at a point whereby there was now high probability of reversal, whereby we can see there were three impulses, which of course had chops, but there was a beautiful double top that was issued at this particular price point. And on the smaller time frame, which is the H1 time frame, that is where I actually made my entry, and my entry was right at this particular point. I actually made a 2-to-1, a reward of 2 from my risk after this flow was issued to the downside. Moreover, we can see that on that particular day, the market had actually issued three impulses to the downside, which was 1, then 2, and then 3. And this is how I made my exit after these three daily impulses were issued. So this is how I exit my trade. Sometimes this happens before hitting my target, and in those instances, I'll need to actually close off my entries. So this entry was actually a very good entry, and I managed to close with a very good profit. Another entry that I actually took was on odd NZD, and on odd NZD, it was basically a trade that was also automated. How was it automated? I actually got a signal from my indicator called btmm Pro, which you can get for $75 per month. So the btmm Pro will actually be scanning for you these particular entries, and they are validated using the theories that I provided you in the previous video. You can check it up right above this video, whereby I talked about this indicator in detail. You can see there was a buy signal that was issued, and on the M15 time frame, the market actually issued three impulses, which gave me a point to stop. So a point to close off that particular entry. You can see that after that buy signal, there were first push to the upside, second push to the upside, third push to the upside. At this point, that is where I closed my entry on odd NZD. That was the next trade, and it was a winner. The third trade was on odd JPY, and the odd JPY was also issued by the indicator. We can see that if I put the indicator, this is how it came about. It was also a semi-automated entry, whereby I received this signal on my phone, validated it, and I got this particular buy. So someone may say, so this was actually a losing signal. This was not a losing signal because it was not taken. It was an invalid signal because by validating, we actually take only entries that are in trending mode. Like in this particular case, the market is right above all the EMAs, 50, 200, 800. This means the market is in trending mode. You can see the market is above 50, 200, 800, meaning the market is in trending mode. So I received this signal, and then on the M15 time frame, where I actually made an entry around this particular candle closure, because this indicator will give you at candle closures. So at this particular point, that is where I made my entry. And then my exit was right after the same criteria that I've shown you. You can see that entry was made at this particular point, and then we had first push to the upside, pull back, second push to the upside, pull back, and then the third push to the upside like that, and I made my exit. Then these were actually the most biggest signals that I had, and all of them were winners. This week, as the week has actually started, I had an entry on NZD, CHF, which is also a signal that came, it actually came from the btmm Pro. It was actually a buy early in just before London opened, and the other signal was actually on Euro CHF. It was actually a sell early in London session as well. So I am in this sell and in this buy. Of course, they look like they are fighting because it's NZD CHF and the other one is Euro CHF, but all of them are in profit, and they are actually at +1R, +1R, meaning that combining them both, I'm now at +2R. So basically, this is how I actually trade and how I review. When I am now reviewing, I'll be writing down, taking some notes on each and every particular trade entry, and actually checking if I can improve it in my next, in the next phase of time, and then doing so over and over again. Money is obtained in the boring things. Money is obtained in repetitious cycles, which are boring. And the caveman inside us doesn't want that. So for you to make money, you must be willing to be someone who repeats things over and over again. On that note, we've come to the end of our today's video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.